Alright, YouTube, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be working on some transplants. So I utilized my favorite seed starting method for watermelons, which is on napkins. And sometimes I let them grow until the sprouts show. This time I'm gonna plant them with the root showing, and I'm gonna plant them a little bit earlier. So then also next to that, I have this blue turmeric that I received from Baker Creek Seeds, and we're gonna get that planted also. But before I can do the red and sweet watermelon seeds, basically I attempted growing watermelons and melons in grow bags last season, and they didn't do well at all. So as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the bags, I'm gonna strip all the dirt out of them like I'm doing this one here. I've already began stripping the dirt out of it, and I'm gonna plant the watermelons at ground level. So I had some plants in here like Brazilian spinach. I still have a couple more like you see right here. And I'm just transplanting that in a more suitable location. So while I get all this dirt stripped out of here, I'm gonna let you guys take your break, and I'll be back with y'all. All right, YouTube, so I got most of it cleared out. Ooh, my left hand is trembling right now. I literally just got stung in my left finger, my left ring finger. It's starting to turn red. I got stung in this little area right here by a honeybee. I did not know they sting. Whew. I was weeding the garden. I was weeding that grow bag to the left, right here. And next you know, I thought I grabbed, when it was my fault. I grabbed it and I didn't know because I was pulling the weeds out, and apparently it was pollinating one of the flowers. And when I grabbed it, it didn't hold back on that sting. And at first I thought I was just grabbing a branch because I'm used to it. When I grab branches, they poke me real hard, and I always think something biting me, and that just been going on for so long that when I grab something now and I feel that poking, I think I'm just grabbing a branch too hard. And lo and behold, there was a stinger sitting right in my. Well, first when I picked my hand up, I looked. I was like, man, that's a stronger pain than what I'm used to. And then when I looked, I'm holding a honeybee that's still in my hand, and well, it was clinging to the plant, but it was in my clench basically. I was like, oh my goodness, I just grabbed a honeybee. The pain is actually starting to subside now. It literally just happened about 1.5 minutes ago. Never been stung by a honeybee before. That really caught me off guard. And I saw the stinger hanging out my finger, so I just pulled it out. So honestly, that was one of the worst things I ever felt. I've been stung in the face by yellow jackets. I've been stung in the knee by yellow jackets. I've been stung by wasps before. I think this one right here was the most painful. It doesn't have a strong persisting pain, but that initial pain after the sting is phenomenal. My hand was trembling at first, but I guess I started massaging it a little bit, so it's getting better. But you can kind of see a difference in my finger. Like, this is regular color, then you can see the deep red color in my ring finger. That's only because I was stung right there. Whew. But good news, guys. I got most of this cleared out. I'm not gonna do any more weeding. I'm gonna call it a wrap after that one. I'm gonna take that as divine intervention telling me I don't need to do any more and I can plant as it is. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get a couple of red and sweet seeds. I may just pop 3 of them into this area right here. I got it about half the level that it was. I'm gonna take out a little more dirt just so I could I want those roots to go into the soil. I noticed in previous seasons, especially about 4 to 5 years ago, those were extremely close to the ground. And all I did was literally just layer some soil on top of the ground, maybe about 6 inches or so, and those plants were kicking out 30-pound, 36-pound watermelons like it wasn't nothing. And I mean, one of the plants even had 9 watermelons on it, and one of them was 36 pounds. So I'm gonna try to get those type of measurements this season. So I'm gonna try to go as close to possible as with my planting technique. But there's only so many places I can put this dirt at the moment because I have grow bags all over. I've been filling these little pineapple bags up, and I might plant some basil on the rim of each of these pineapple bags because the root ball is basically right here. So all this is just open dirt. It's free game basically. I could do whatever I want with it. So I'm gonna get these to flower, but I might line it with some basil or whatever just to get some usage of that open space in each of those bags. But I might just take out a couple more containers worth. I've been using these containers to scoop the dirt out. Might take out a couple more of those and pop it into these, and then we'll get right into the planting of the red and sweet, and then right after that we'll have blue turmeric. All right, so here we are, and all that's left is that blackberry stem that's poking up right there. I'm just gonna let that be and see what variety it is, because I have about 5 blackberry varieties over here. So I'm gonna just let it grow on its own and do its thing. First red and sweet seedling. Now, how am I gonna mark these? I think I'm just gonna use some coconut husk. So the soil level is about 1 foot deep. And to mark those so I can know where they are and where I can put the water at until they completely emerge from the soil, I'm going to use these coconut husks. These fruit flies are just absolutely loving. I've been eating coconuts every day. These things are so delicious. Look at all that longevity spinach. That's a big bush of longevity spinach. So the seedlings will be to the left of each coconut husk. So as I said, the soil level is about 1 foot deep from ground level. So I'm hoping for the best. That's the first red and sweet seedling right there. Just gonna get that covered up now. Let's get some more seedlings out. If you want to know how to start your seeds like this, to where all the roots, you can see all the roots are growing downwards, make sure you go check out my video in the description below. The way I germinate them, once they completely sprout, when the leaves are emerged, all the leaves are pointing upward and the roots are pointing downward. So we're working on the second seedling, and I don't want to plant it too close to this border here, so I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into the garden. About right here, I guess. And my reasoning is why the watermelons do so good at a lower ground level is because they have more access to water. They have more access to groundwater, whereas in the grow bags, there's not much water there. Those bags just dry out. And if it's not a drought-tolerant plant, like pineapples are, or turmeric, ginger, see, all those do excellent in grow bags. I don't have to water them or anything. But watermelons, they love water. I mean, if you want to grow a 30-pound watermelon, what's the main ingredient you're gonna need? 30 pounds of water. So, and that's just if you want to get 1 watermelon from that plant. So now what if you want to get 10 watermelons from 1 plant, or 5 watermelons, something that's more feasible? Well, you're gonna need a lot of water. at least 200 pounds of water if you're trying to grow large varieties. I'm thinking 3 right there. I kind of want to do 4. I have to put this brick up and see where it how far out it is. Okay, all right, so I can do 2 more. I can do 1 right there and 1 right there. All right, that's not bad. Not bad at all, guys. So I'm gonna have to find some more spaces to put these other seedlings. I have 3 more spaces, but I don't have enough for all the seedlings. Oops. Very slippery seed here. Okay, so I'll put another one right here. And these shouldn't be competing for nutrients, I don't believe. I need another coconut husk. And then we're gonna put a seedling right here. Make sure you plant them. If you're starting them early like this, make sure you plant them with the root down. Oh, so I need to put a coconut right in front of this blackberry, right there. And we can plant these other 3 while I'm over here. I have 4 spaces. Okay, perfect. So these are bottomless containers. They are about a similar height as the bare soil that we were just planting in. Okay. I think I want to plant this right here. The roots could go through in weeds. I'm not sure how well it'll do right here, but we'll see. I'm planting enough to where it won't really matter. Hopefully at least 2 of them take off and perform excellently, but if not, there's always next season, right? My season is long enough out here though to where I can have 2 plantings of watermelon, so I can plant watermelons for about from now all the way to June or July. This should be a good one right here. So I can start planting in February to March, and then I stop planting, and it depends on the variety. If I'm growing an early variety like lemon drop, I could plant those in August. So it just depends on the variety. Red and sweet is supposed to be a late variety, mid-season to late. Trying to get these on lower ground so they have a better chance of accessing the ground soil. I may have planted too many seeds in this bed here though, because normally 1 to 2 seeds will take over this whole bed, but you know me, I like to overdo things. I can at least get 1 watermelon from each seedling. I'm fine with that. One time I grew a Congo. My first year growing watermelons, I grew a Congo watermelon in that bed there, and it produced all those fruit flies. Grew a Congo watermelon plant in there, and it produced I think it had about 7 or 8 Congo watermelons on it. It's all on video. I'm not making this stuff up. It's literally all on video. So 1 needs to go here, and then there's a seedling right here to the left of it, and then 1 needs to go in front of this blackberry, I assume. I really don't recall. Let's see. Oh, look, an egg. Anyone know what kind of egg this is? Plant that right here. the ceiling that deep. Well, guess let's just hope for the best, right? Okay, so that's that, y'all. Put that coconut down. Need to figure out what to do with these little guys. I normally would have planted in this garden bed over here. Let me grab the turmeric. I normally would have planted in this garden bed over here. Turmeric is going over here. We'll get to that in a little bit. So as I said, I normally would have planted over here, but we can see this is a wild jungle that really needs to be weeded. Blackberry jungle, blueberries. It really needs to be weeded. It's tough because that Hisho Wu vine just grows all over everything, and it makes my job real difficult. I really can't keep up with the Hisho Wu, if I'm gonna be honest. No matter how I try to destroy that plant, it just comes back and comes back, so I don't know what to do. So blue turmeric, gonna be a simple planting. Thank goodness. Use my good hand, the one that didn't get stung, and we're gonna check for flowers first. Make sure there's no pollinating honeybees. And we're going, I think this is, I don't know what plant this is. It has spikes on it. I'm gonna try to pull it up from the root zone. Normally spiky plants, if you pull them from the base of the stem, they don't have spikes at the base. So this isn't anything that I planted. It's some type of weed. Let's get all of that. So I'm gonna get this cleared out and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have the grow bag cleared out. Turmeric, perfect for grow bags. And as I said, this is blue turmeric. Not gonna cut into the rhizome, but here's the rhizome. Baker Creek issues some very healthy plants, so I will continue purchasing from Baker Creek. So we're gonna put this one with the rhizome in the middle. The soil is nice and moist. Hasn't been raining or anything, so this will be a perfect area to have some turmeric growing. There's one plant, and these are very friendly with each other, and they love companions. So we'll plant a second one in here also. I could plant them in separate bags, but I want them to take over the bag as soon as possible so no weeds grow. And then as they get larger, I'll separate them and put them into more other bags. So that's that. Blue turmeric transplanted. Looking good to go. I made mulch with a couple coconuts in there. As I eat and drink them, I'll mulch them here and there. Here's another one. Coconut husks, those are great to mulch with. They have plenty of other uses for coconuts, but I love mulching with them. There's blue java, blue turmeric. It's actually a coincidence that I planted the blue turmeric next to the blue java banana, which is also called ice cream banana. So this one survived the winter. My dwarf Cavendish, even when I cover them up, they just do terrible during winter conditions. So I'm gonna have to get that figured out. And as we saw in the previous video, we have this pineapple plant flowering, and you can actually see the blooms on there, those purple things. Those are the open blooms. Very excited about that. Plenty of goji berries over here. Longevity spinach, there's a bush of it. Longevity spinach performs very well during the summertime. No regrets about planting that longevity spinach. The Brazilian spinach does okay, but it's not as productive as the longevity spinach. I have to do some cleaning up in this little thing here. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna go about it. And here I have Okinawa purple sweet potatoes. I didn't dig them out last season, so they resprouted. I have about 4 other varieties that I need to plant, 3 or 4. So yeah, guys, that's that. I'm gonna do some brainstorming and figure out what I wanna do with these red and sweet seedlings. I may just pop them into some containers for the time being so they could develop some root systems as I decide where I want to plant them, or if I want to pull out another bag or something like that. But so let's do a final recap just on this garden here, this bed here. So I have the goji berry. That's those little red things there. Pepper relative. Pepper and tomato relative. I have 3 pineapple plants that make this was a store-bought pineapple, makes a yellow pineapple. Right here I have the blue turmeric now. Last season I had Lacatan banana there, but it didn't survive. It's similar to dwarf Cavendish. Blue Java banana. Bananas perform excellently in grow bags. Pineapples perform excellently in grow bags. This is a pineapple that I received from my cousin, and this one makes a yellow flesh pineapple. Next to that I have green turmeric. We can see this turmeric actually has a red stem on it, so it's very different than the other turmerics that we're used to. I need to purchase some more yellow turmeric. In the middle there, this middle grow bag, I have ginger, which is also a turmeric relative. I had some galangal, but I don't believe it came back. And the galangal, I believe, was in this bag here where this pineapple was. So I dug beneath that soil and I didn't find any rhizomes, so I planted that pineapple there. I dug here and I felt big rhizomes all over, so I left that bag there, and those sprouts finally came up about a week or 2 weeks ago. So those are very young sprouts and they're growing very vigorously. I have this pineapple here, another goji, longevity spinach, which is flowering. I don't know what I would want to do with longevity spinach seeds. I didn't know they produce seeds, but obviously they have to. If it's a plant, all plants produce seeds, right? That's just normal. So these are flowering right here, the orange tips, and then the ones with white tips. If I can get it to focus. It's not. It's focused over here, it looks like. Well, we can see that it's orange tip. It has the orange tip on it, basically, on the flower, and it turned white, which basically has the seed beneath it. It kind of looks like a lettuce flower when it goes to seed. So that's that, y'all. Don't want to hold y'all up too long. We got a few red and sweets planted at least. I just wanted to get that out the way. I'm a month late getting my planting done. I'm really about almost 2 months late, a month and a half late getting my planting done as far as watermelons are concerned. But hey, at least we got something started, right? So see y'all in the next one. Peace.